creepiest
take
case.
it back to criminal. I mean, take it to Attorney General. Give us one from each time of your life. I mean, I'm ready.
Well, when I was at the AG's office, seeing, physicians charged with child porn, seeing child abuse, sexual assault, domestic violence.
Yes.
I saw all of that, and those were criminal charges. And so when we got word of them, and there's various ways that we got word out of them. I mean, one of them I saw in the news, and I looked it up, and we didn't have a case. I got it open. And because it hadn't made its way through the arrest notification process. And so in California, we have a way to go in and, as a condition of bail, if they are released, that they are not allowed to practice medicine. So I did that several times, and hopefully your state, they're working with the prosecutors are aware of these avenues if they are giving bail to a provider, that not include being able to practice medicine.
Well, I will tell you, Montana is not like that, honey. I'm still going back to Montana, Nyleen. I haven't pulled off.
Poor Montana.
Well,
the doctor still has a license.
The doctor still
has a license.
Killed 10 people and nothing.
Still no pause.
No pause. And so, I mean, again, they say, California is so ahead of the game or so behind. I don't know what they say, but these things make sense to us.
I agree. It would be really nice to have sort of a clearinghouse for information. But
privacy.
I look at privacy issues, but then I look at how long it took us to get, in criminal cases, systems that communicated with one another, to know that one state was investigating somebody for rape and sexual assault with the rape kits and another. And so then I think about, well, how do we do this on a licensing aspect, and where are the government priorities? And so.
But do they communicate with each other right now?
What?
Do the states communicate with each other right now if somebody's being investigated or something?
They should be, yes.
Okay. Oh, it should be happening. Okay.
And but that's a jurisdictional issue too. And medical boards should be talking to one another too. When I was at the medical board doing a lot of out-of-state discipline cases, they got disciplined in Texas for whatever reason, but they have a California license, so we're going to go in and impose our own discipline based upon that. So is that happening in other states? I will say some medical boards are a little bit more lenient than others.
Yes. We see that, right?
Yeah, we do see that, especially with like a radiologist are the most easiest to do because they have the most state licenses, or like a teleneurologist. You do see that they may have an action in one state, and out of the 40 that they have, maybe only 10 put an additional, action based on the one, and then the other ones kind of just let it go. And it may be something simple as like a $500 administrative fine. So it's not like a full, investigation and report, but they do at least put some type of sanction on there. So what's as a attorney, I know you've seen it all in crime and all of that, and we love crime stories as they are, but some of us, as we said, for us, the hardest cases are child cases. And do you see that very prevalent? Have you seen it very prevalent, or is things like more like DUIs and drug problems more common versus like full-on criminal cases?
I will say I don't see a lot, particularly in the med staff spaces, where we don't have to deal a lot with those really serious crimes.
That's good.
I think the plus is when those are happening, I think the doctors realize they need to get out of Dodge with their med staff and focus on criminal cases. But what we see more on the med staff day-to-day front are substance use, behavioral issues, DUIs. And so that's where I think it's so key for your med staff to have a really good well-being committee so that you have a place to provide resources to those providers. And I mean, we all recognize everyone is understaffed. Physicians, nurses, we are in a staffing shortage. We are in an overworked, overburdened healthcare system. So,
Yeah.
how do you provide those resources to make sure they aren't burning out? And if they are asking for help, that they can get that help. And get that help without the stigma.